Turning to the escalating trade tensions, China slapping tariffs on a number of American agricultural goods, including cheese and pork. U.S. hog production overseas is a big business. 1 in 4 U.S. hogs raised in the U.S. are sold abroad. China, one of the largest markets for U.S. pork, utilizing products American consumers wouldn't normally buy. China also slapping tariffs on soybeans. Here now is an American soybean farmer, Ron Heck. Ron, what is your reaction to these tariffs, and how are you preparing or bracing your business?
Well, these tariffs are ill-conceived and totally inappropriate, using food as a weapon, raising the price of food to the Chinese people, and devastating United States farmers as a lose-lose situation for everyone. Every soybean farmer is in the U.S. and around the world is unable to make any profit from raising soybeans at today's depressed price as a result of these tariff discussions. The only choice for farmers is to do the best they can to wait it out and hope for a recovery, and hope that we go back to a rational system where the Chinese buy soybeans like they have been. The best answer for this is just for China to buy more U.S. soybeans.
Ron, how long can you last as a soybean farmer? How long can this go on without maybe it's already severely impacting your business. Can you just tell people like that? Because I grew up in a farming community. My mother's family were tobacco farmers. And again, people refer to being a farmer as a professional gambler, because you're dealing with so much in terms of demand and prices, oversupply, droughts, weather, you name it. So have you seen an impact already on your business?
Well, yes. Each farming situation would be different. Farmers may get one paycheck a year when they sell their crop. And when there's a 25% cut in that paycheck, like there has been for soybeans in the last month, that changes the situation from making a profit to having a substantial loss for the year. So for those farmers that can wait, that's their best answer. But we don't know how long we have to wait or how severe the price damage will be, so it makes the gamble much larger than usual. This isn't a gamble between a little profit and a large profit. For some farmers, this is about the survival of their business, because we are in a loss situation. Hopefully farmers can wait it out until the tariff discussions are settled.
This is Steve Forbes here. Is this going to put pressure to try to have more subsidies or something to see the sector through all of this? This is going to cost the American taxpayers, as you say. Your businesses have been impacted, and we may have to cough up money to prevent even more damage. How do you see that unfolding in the months ahead?
Mm-hmm. I hope it doesn't come to that, but it could. Farmers want trade. They don't want aid.
Right.
But Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue has said that by Labor Day he will have put together an aid package, and that aid package will protect the rural economy, not just farmers, because when the farmers don't have any money to spend, they can't spend it in their local communities like we're very good at doing. It happens every year with seed, fertilizer, chemicals, and machinery. So we would be looking forward to something if this continues into fall. That is China's normal buying season, when they buy from us during harvest. And if that doesn't happen this year, aid will be necessary.
And Ron, Christina, one of our reporters here, has a question for you. But Christina, I'll lead into you with this, that we have the U.S. Soybean Export Council, because Ron was talking about when China buys soybeans typically. They're saying that Chinese importers have mostly stopped buying U.S. soybeans. So we talk about the tariffs on U.S. imports, but that's something that China is doing to our soybean farmers, is just cutting off purchases altogether.
Yeah, and a lot of them are buying it from Brazil now too. But I wanted to ask specifically about aid. You just brought up aid. As a farmer, would you be willing to give up all aid? Because this is an argument used by a lot of other countries, that the subsidies towards the agriculture sector, that's the reason why we're in this predicament, and why the trade war is hurting you guys so much. So are you willing to give up that aid if we had no trade tariffs?
I've heard that a lot, and it's not very accurate. Farmers around the world are subsidized much more than U.S. farmers. The United States has the only cheap food policy in the world. We don't receive a lot of aid, contrary to popular opinion. On the other hand, the Chinese have over $200 billion a year in farm aid. So this is a situation where we're disadvantaged by their government action and our government response of the cheap food policy. So I would very reluctantly accept the aid, but only in response to massive subsidies in other countries.
And Ron, don't you think if because of this trade war that China and other buyers are going to encourage countries like Brazil to increase their production in the future, so even if the tariffs go away, we're going to have a permanent loss of market because of this? You know, this happened in the early 70s when we cut Japan off. Brazil became a big producer.
Absolutely. There is a risk of that. The largest risk in this whole thing is that over a period of time that other areas of the world are brought into production. But fortunately, the U.S. has a production advantage, and we will still be able to produce. We're negotiating over what price that might be. China's tariffs raises the price of soybeans for everyone in the world, including China. Mm-hmm. It's not a good situation. It makes food more expensive for no reason. We'll still sell our beans, but rather than sell them to China, it might be to Europe or Japan or Mexico or Indonesia or other really good customers that we have now. But they'll be extra expensive moving those beans around.
Well, let's hope those customers step up. Good luck to you, Ron. Thanks for taking the time this morning.
Thank you.